The FIFA World Cup is less than 32 days to the major football Mundial games that everybody has wanted to see, and I tell you, it's just loaded as most of the leagues in Europe is coming to an end. Some of the leagues have been decided, but some games will be played today, and so many other after today. We'll be waiting to see the biggest stage football Mundial across the globe. That is the FIFA World Cup that will stage in Brazil. June 2012 is the kickoff of the opening games in the major football history, where we'll be seeing great players, where we'll be seeing players that can do it both with their left, with their right, with the head, and I can tell you it's loaded at the FIFA World Cup. It's here. So on this note, I want to say, bring you back to memory lane in 1930 how the World Cup started, and I can tell you it's a storyline we have to see. In 1928, the man who was the then FIFA president, Jules Rimet, brought out the said, let's have an international football tournament, and it started with 13 teams. Don't forget the host team was Uruguay, and also they won it in that edition. The captain of the team was Jose Nazasi, while the head coach was Alberto Supisi, and that is the man who led the first coach to win the FIFA World Cup is Alberto Supisi, and the first goal scorer of the FIFA World Cup is Lucien Laurent of France. That is the man that scored the first ever goal in an international friendly football match and in the FIFA World Cup. In 1934, we have Italy hosting, and also it was won by Italy. The coach and the captain of the team is Gianpiero Cobi, and the coach was Vittorio Pozzo. In 1938, we had France hosting, and Italy went again to do it back to back, and the captain of the team is Giuseppe Menza, and the coach also was Vittorio Pozzo. Who is Giuseppe Menza? This is the man that the city and that even was named after the stadium where Inter Milan and AC Milan plays their own matches. If you know, you talk about San Siro Stadium, but most people don't really know the name. It is named after this man, the captain of the team, Giuseppe Menza. Well, in the World Cup staged in 1938, after waiting a lot of years due to the World War II, ended again, and we saw back in 1950. The 50 World Cup was held by Brazil, and it was also won again by Uruguay, who won the first edition, and the captain of the team that took it there is Obsesbilio Varela, and the head coach was Joan Lopez. In 1954, Switzerland took the time to host it as the first second European country to host, and it was West Germany who actually went on to win, and the captain of the team was Fritz Walter, and I tell you the coach was Sepp Ebergab, and I tell you Ebergab was a man who did well for the West German team, and he took them through the final, and they went out to win the FIFA World Cup in 1954. In 1958, Sweden and other European countries said we want to host, and this time the Brazilians came and they were the champions in that year edition, and the captain of the team was Idarino Belleni, while Vicente Friola was the man you saw who took them to the tournament. In 1962, Chile also hosted it, and other South American countries, and it was Brazil who went on to win it again for the second time running after Italy did the same thing. Brazil said we can also do it, and Maros Ramos was the captain of the team, while Anmo Moreira was the coach of the team. In 1966, England took the first time. The Three Lions did the first thing, and they hosted to win. Also, the captain of the team was Bobby Moore, and the coach was Alf Ramsey. In 1970 in Mexico, and 70 Brazil also went again to win it for the third time running, and we had the captain Carlos Alberto Torres, while the head coach is Mario Zagallo. Mario Zagallo is currently part of the technical team committee or technical crew that will be leading Brazil to the FIFA World Cup in 2014. Just less than 33 days, as I've said, we'll be hosting. So they are bringing experience of the aged with the current squad. In 1974, West Germany took the hosting this time around, and they said we are hosting to win, and they did that great time under the captain of Frank Beckenbauer, and Emu Sean was the head coach of that team. 1978 was the time to go back to South America, while Argentina hosted, and we also hosted to win. So we had in almost three successive World Cup. England hosted to win, Italy did the same thing, Uruguay. These are teams that have won it when they host it, and they won it also. And in 1978, I talk about Argentina. Argentina did the hosting, Argentina did the winning and won the trophy. And Daniel Pazzarella was the captain of the team, while Cesar Luis Menotti was the head coach of the team. In 1982, it was Spain who hosted it, and Italy came to take the tally. While Italy won it, it was Dino Zoff of Italy who was the captain, while Enzo Berzot was the head coach. I tell you, we left in 1982 to go to 1986, and it was in Mexico 86 we saw this time. Mexico hosted, but Argentina, in the sense of Diego Maradona, who did the show. It was Diego Maradona who stole the show in that year, while he led the Argentina side to win it. The head coach was Carlos Bilardo. In 1990, Italy hosted, and West Germany under Lothar Matthäus as the captain, and Frank Beckenbauer, who actually led the team. He became the first man to win it as a player and also as a coach of the FIFA World Cup. We went straight in 1994. It was in the United States of America, and then we had the likes of great players. I will tell you about the players in the other editions, but this time it's just running through the winning team, the hosting country, the winning team, the captains, and their manager. So in 1994, in United States of America, Brazil were the crown champions of that tournament, and the captain was Dunga, while the head coach is Carlos Alberto Pereira. This same man is currently part of the Brazil national team that will be getting set ready in 33 days. Will they be hosting to win? And he's joined by Felipe Scolari. These three men will be sitting on the bench, assisting one another to make sure Brazil hosts to win this time around. And in 1998, France did the hosting, and France again were superb, going to the final, defeating Brazil by 3-0. 2 goals coming out from Zinedine Zidane and one actually from Emmanuel Petit. And the captain of the team was Didier Deschamps, while the head coach was Ami Jacquet. Ami Jacquet has to step down in 1998 and went to 2002 World Cup. This was the first time in the history of FIFA World Cup where two countries will be hosting it, and it was hosted by South Korea and Japan. It went straight to Asia, and Brazil were the old champion, also defeating the Germans by 3 unreplied goals. 2 goals coming out from Ronaldo and 1 from Rivaldo. Saw the Cafu captain side lift the trophy for Brazil under Luis Felipe Scolari. Felipe Scolari is the current coach of Brazil. So I've talked about 3 coaches that are going to be sitting on the bench for Brazil at the World Cup. These 3 coaches has also won it under the 3 different successive. So it's going to be a class of experience for the Brazilian national team when they host the world. Just some 3 days to go. In 2006, I tell you, Germany hosted, but Italy were superb as they went on to win, and the captain of the team was Fabio Cannavaro, and Marcelo Lippi was the coach of that team. In 2010, surprisingly, it came to Africa this time around, and South Africa hosted, and South Africa, we are expecting that African team will get maybe into the quarterfinal straight to beat the likes of record that was set by Cameroon in 1990 and also Senegal in Korea, Japan 2002. But no African team was able to surpass it. Ghana was also there, but just silly mistake did, and they lost out in penalty shootout over Uruguay, who were eventually third place winner. But that is not what we are saying. The hosted team was South Africa, the champions were Spain, captained by Iker Casillas, and Vicente Bosque was the coach of the team. Now we are in 2014. 32 teams will be going into the tournament. Who are these 32 teams? To close this edition is Brazil, Croatia, Mexico, Cameroon, Spain, Netherlands, Chile, Australia, Colombia, Greece, Cote d'Ivoire, Japan, Uruguay, Costa Rica, England, Italy, Switzerland, Ecuador, France, Honduras, Argentina, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Iran, Nigeria, Germany, Portugal, Ghana, United States of America, Belgium, Algeria, Russia, and the last but not the least is Korea, Japan. Which of this country do you think will win the trophy? Which of this country do you think can do it all the way? 64 matches will be played in Brazil, and I tell you, one team, one day will win the trophy. July 13 is going to be the roundup of the World Cup, when that team will be crowned champions of the world. Will it be this time going to the African scene? Will it be this time still remaining in Europe? Or will an Asian country just do well and says yes, it's time for Asia? Let's wait and see as we count down more on the FIFA World Cup. 2014. My name is Oluokere Bluabs. I've been supported by my cameraman who has done a yeoman's job, and I tell you, his name is Dayo Oyedemi. Also supported with a lady who loves sports with all passion, and she wants to also be in Brazil. Well, she might be featuring on this edition, maybe at the next edition. Her name is Damilola Fabi. I say kudos to you guys. You guys have been wonderful. Keep backing sports until the next edition. I am simply yours, and will give you the best of countdown to the FIFA World Cup. Bye bye and God bless you.